What's going on? The work just keeps on coming. This is a 37 Master Deluxe Chevrolet Coupe that's been heavily modified. It's got a small block V8 and air conditioning, all that kind of stuff. It is 100% undrivable. Whoever did the front end on this kind of cobbled it together, what they were using, all the different components they sourced from several different places, and it just does not, the geometry is not there. You got to put everything you have into turning the steering wheel of this car, and they can't align it. They go to max either way, and it's always out of line. So we've got it here. This is going to be extensive. We're going to have a lot of video on this car. What we're going to do is pull the nose off it, pull the motor out of it, and cut everything out that they put in and start over. I'd like to see if we can talk to them about a Roadster Shop frame for it, or Scott's frame or something like that, because it'd probably save him money in the long run and everything would be updated. But we'll see. We'll talk to him about it once we get done with the booth and I can actually get to the garage and use my lifts and things like that. Then we can put it up and give him an evaluation and just an idea of which direction to go with the car. But it's pretty sweet. It's chopped 8 inches. I'm not going to really show you any of the mechanicals of it yet. We'll do that in another video when we get the car apart. But it's got a small block V8 automatic. It's Hugger orange with gold pearl over the top of that. All the fenders have been molded in the car. They're not bolted together. There's no welting. All in all, it's a pretty cool car. We'll tear it apart and see what we can do on that one. Absolutely no idea how long this will take until we get it apart and take a look at it and find out what we got to do. I'm sure there's an independent front suspension kit out there for a 37 Chevrolet somewhere. We'll find it, and we'd like to go, disc brakes as well. It's got disc brakes on it now, but it's one of those penny pincher cheap aftermarket kits that it's not the greatest in the world. And we'll put all one manufacturer from the suspension, the brakes, everything, the rack, because it's got rack and pinion steering. All of that is going to come from one manufacturer. Everything is designed to work together, so we don't end up building him a car like these guys built it, because it's just undrivable. You should be able to get on the interstate and drive all day long in this car and not feel anything. But it is a workout just to turn in a parking lot, and the turning radius of the car is horrific. It's like a tractor trailer. I did take it up the road just a little bit to get a feel of what he was talking about and what it was that his complaint was, and I turned right around and came back to the shop and go, got it, I understand. It's just horrible. We'll take care of it, make it nice. Hopefully he'll be happy. Pretty sure he'll be happy. He's not happy with it now because it just sits. You can't drive it. But it's like I said, the work keeps on coming. You do good work, and this is for anybody out there who's going to work on cars. If you did good work, more people are going to come to you, and exponentially it's going to get busier and busier and busier for you, because this guy's going to tell a few people that we solved his problem. Cindy's Coronet's going to be out there at cruise nights and driving around and so forth. All of the vehicles that we have some sort of history to them, or the owners have a love for the car that's going to travel with the car, and they're going to brag on it, and of course they're going to say, who did it? That's when they come in here and we do them. So, I mean, there's a lot of things I could improve upon on this car, but I'm not getting into bashing anybody's car other than the fact that you can't drive it. But it's a pretty cool car. Not necessarily my cup of tea. Would I own this car? Probably, because it's really cool, but I'm a muscle car guy. I'm a 60s, 70s, that kind of stuff. I like that stuff. I might make a few changes on it. I might make a couple suggestions to them, like it has no running boards. This car's supposed to have running boards. I think running boards on this car look pretty cool. And we can probably stance it a little bit better too, because it's a little high in the back. But other than that, it's a solid build. They did a nice job for what they did, with the exception of that. I don't know if this was done afterwards or somewhere as the car was changing hands, for the 8th time. It's horrible. I mean, I've driven some pretty bad cars before. This is bad. So once we get it apart, we'll show you what's going on, why it doesn't work, and their geometry's off somewhere. It doesn't brake straight, it doesn't steer at all. I mean, it's terrible. So we'll fix it. But that's it. Happy Sunday night to everybody. Bear with us while we get things going, because once it's done and I can arrange and whatever, we are going to hit the ground running nonstop. And I am looking for one more person, so keep that in mind. Give us a call. And watch also, shortly, we're gonna launch some merchandise, some shirts that we wear, and hats and beanies and air fresheners and stickers and all kinds of stuff, and we'll put that up. Can't quite do it on YouTube yet, but maybe over on my Facebook, the Bennett's Hot Rods on Facebook. We're down here today. We're gonna do some wiring, put some lights in, the control panel, the manometer, the filter grids, things like that. I'll spend a little bit of time down here today with Joe and Austin, and we'll get some of that stuff done. That I'm sure the guys would love to be here and help, but it comes to an affordability thing, so just Joe and I'll do it. And Joe made me some corn last night that was really good. He brought it over for us, corn on the cob. It was off the chain good corn on the cob. But the hamburgers he was cooking, that my wife smelled when she got out of the car and said, "Call Joe and ask him what's for dinner." He didn't bring us any of that, just corn. So whatever. They shorted us about 15 bolts that hold the door frame on. Lowe's doesn't sell them. Tractor Supply doesn't sell them. Amazon doesn't have them. But Fastenal right up the street apparently has them in stock. So we're going to go up there, and I talked to Buddy, the owner of the company that I bought the booth from. He says, "I'll reimburse you for them. Just go get whatever you need and let me know what it is." So that's pretty cool. They've been really good. And he was really surprised that I already had it together. So I told him we're not playing. You got to get it done. But we'll give you an update when it's all up and operational, fans and all that stuff. And I'll plug the company that I bought it from. Tuxedo something or other down in Texas was involved in distribution, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll go over that when we can actually walk around in a huge building like this. That you got to step over everything. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Putting the panel in and wiring the lights. We've got the door limiting switches on it and things like that. And this, me with my t-shirts and funny signs. I'm real excited. I told you that last time. I mean, it's really coming together. We're really getting, it's like a big boy shop now. We've got the stuff we need. We've got the staff we need. Could use some more, but it's going to be tough to fit somebody in with us, because we're a bunch of idiots. Yeah. We have a blast, and somebody's got to be able to be relaxed, and some of the random stuff that Matt says, it's a cool group. I want to introduce you to Behind the Scenes Joe, and who's no longer behind the scenes, but we'll continue referring to him as Behind the Scenes Joe. Apprentice Austin, who does everything around here, helps the guys out, runs and gets wrenches, does whatever he's got to do. Brought me cinder blocks to put a car on the other day because I sold the wheels off it. But Joe is a wireless architect with HCA, a big hospital corporation, but he's set up my security here, the cameras. Joe bought my Super Bee. Joe lives right across the street from me. Joe cooks. He cooks good. And brisket and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty awesome. So Joe's my boy. He's helped me out with just projects on my house. We built a big deck at the house, as some of you know, and Joe wired it for sound. I can absolutely rock my neighborhood with about 1,000,000 watts of stereo. These two guys right here have been major players in getting my shop up and running. Absolutely would not have been able to do it without them. Best friend in the world, Mark Folks, is jealous of Joe. Hey, Mark. It's okay. You know Joe. But that's it. We'll see you guys when Dan comes and films the next video. I have no idea what the content's going to be, but it's going to be awesome. I can count on that.
Does he have the lens cap off?
I don't know. Is the lens cap off?
Cut!
Yeah. Finger guns.
Nice.